Hey, what's up, team? This is Walt, owner of WC Fitness, and today I'm going to speak to you about finding your why. Hmm. Finding your why, and what do I mean by that? Finding your why is why are you doing certain things? That underlying motivation or that burning desire to finish or accomplishing something without letting anything or anyone interfere with your goals. Hmm. So, when we're looking at finding your why, especially in fitness, ask yourself, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this thing? Right? Why do you want to get to a certain point, get to a certain fitness goal? Why do you look at pictures either on Instagram or Facebook and say, you know what? I want to have that particular physique, or I want to look that way. Right? So when we ask ourselves these questions and we don't look at the fact of the matter, what did it take for that person to get to where they need to be at, or what was their journey? A lot of times you're missing some of the important components of another individual finding their why, and also another individual trusting the process, and also another individual not allowing for that process or anything to interfere with that process so that they can see the fruits of their labor. So when we're looking at finding your why, you have to find that thing that's going to allow for you, or that thing that is going to say, you know what, do what you need to do, get to where you need to be at. You may have some ups and downs, or you may encounter a slight fluctuation, but you're not going to allow it to halt your goals, to stop getting to where you need to be at, or derail you from doing where you need to be. So when we look at finding your why as that phrase, it brings me back to a conversation I had with a client of mine. And these are just some things that I do with all of my clients. I'm asking them, finding your why. So my client and we were having this conversation, and I told her last week, I want you to find your why. And why did I ask her that particular phrase? And the reason why is that she was getting to her fitness goal, or she was in a process of getting to her fitness goal. She had a good week, then she had a bad week. She had a good week, then she had a bad week. And what I wanted to make sure is that we broke that plateau, or we allow for her to continue to not only trust the process, get past those fluctuation periods, because there are going to be fluctuation periods. So when we're looking at those why, and I wanted to find out what can we do together as a team to bust through those plateaus and to stop fluctuating and to streamline our goals so that we can get to where we need to be at, right? So I asked her those questions, and her response was, I want to be healthy. My parents are exhibiting some health issues, and I know I need to be healthy. I know I need to lose weight. I know I want to get to a certain point. But as I was waiting, or as I was listening to her explain and tell me what her why was, I was looking for, was she intentional with it? Was she strong? Did she really want it, or did she kind of want it? And last but not least, was her why strong enough to not allow any outside interference or external factors to derail her from getting to where she needs to be at? Because understanding, having clients, I'm not with them on a 24-hour basis. I have to trust that the instructions that I give them, they're going to allow for to implement them and to be consistent with them. So she expressed her why. She kind of wanted. She says she wanted. So what I suggested to her is that be consistent with it. I need you to find a why that is strong enough that no matter what's going on, that you're not going to allow it to derail you from getting to where you need to be at. Yes, that person is successful in business. And I ask her, you have to use the same protocols or the same process to be successful in your business of what she was doing. I said, why don't you just integrate it? Because of the same processes that she needed to take to transition into the fitness world. So when I said that and try to make a great comparison so that she can have a better understanding that it's not that much different, no matter either you want to be successful in fitness or either you want to be successful in life. And on top of that, when I expressed that to her and took a minute to resonate with her, it took a minute to kind of understand, wow, you know what, maybe I need to not, one, try to reinvent the wheel, two, understand the process, two, three, trust the process, four, enjoy the journey, and five, everything will work itself out. So as I was having this conversation with her, I also like to express my why of why I do a certain thing. Because now, as I'm having this conversation back and forth, I'm letting that person know that, one, I understand where you're coming from. Two, I can empathize. I've been where you've been at. And three, let me share some of the things and experiences that made me or have got me to this point of being consistent with my fitness goal, being consistent on some other life goals, being consistent with everything else, because all I wanted to make sure that if I trust the process, that I can be consistent with anything. You understand that? So, as I'm talking with all of you, and also I'm wanting to be totally transparent. So I'm gonna let you know my why. I don't have to, but I'd rather let you know why I am the way I am. My why of why I am so passionate about fitness, why I am so passionate about nutrition, why I am so passionate about being healthy. Because my background or my family history has a health issue of diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, strokes. And to be totally transparent with all of you, yes, I am dealing with a mother who had 4 strokes. Dealing with a mother who has diabetes. Dealing with a mother who has high cholesterol. Dealing with a mother who has high blood pressure. Dealing with a stepfather who has dialysis. So when I speak with people, I'm not just speaking to an individual just because I want to sell that person. I'm speaking to an individual because to let them know I'm a human being just like you. But I'll look at as far as my family history and some of the things, trials and tribulations that I've been through. It lets me know that if I don't either take my health or make it important to me, I can possibly follow that same path of why possibly what my mother or my father is exhibiting. The writing's on the wall. So when we look at those factors, one, I know my why. Two, I know if I don't take my health or make sure my health is important to me, some of those ailments or some of those medical conditions could come to the forefront in my life. So I wanted to let you know what my why was, what my why is still to this day, which allows for me to put me in a position to speak with all of you. Two, hoping that this particular instance will resonate with you so that you can find your why. And three, I want all of you to have a better quality of life. And looking at this overall, we are dealing with a situation, an epidemic that is brutal on individuals who are, one, not healthy, two, have underlying health issues. Wow. And three, it's hitting our own community strong. So find your why, be consistent with it, get that support group that's going to help you overcome some of those issues. Because the last thing you need for you to do is to say, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, or I didn't know. Because the last thing I'm going to let you know, or last thing I'm going to talk to you about is, if you know better, you tend to do what? You tend to do better. So until then, know your why, have a great support team, be consistent with it, and I know that you'll be successful. But until then, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.